It's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. At
their own 22-yard line.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Sanders. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run here with Swift. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
A 2-yard pickup.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Preston Williams. 58 yards, and the Texans have taken the early lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, Swift. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brought down at the 26. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 9.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Incomplete.
Mayfield's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a carry for Swift. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Carrier.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Gain on the play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Texans 7, Patriots nothing.
They'll try and run here with Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the slant. Easy. 56 to Mike. All day.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Taken down at
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 41, Winston. He finds Smith out of the backfield. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
at the 32-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 30-yard line.
Running is Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Right there.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked by Jeff Okudah. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This is Swift on the counter. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 54, Mike. Push him back. Push him back. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
At the Patriots 16.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
At the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. No street. Walks around. That's a shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Flushed out right. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Mike, 56.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Not here.
On third down, here comes Swift. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Sanders. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 9 now. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check, 56.
They'll set up to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Mitchell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. On first down, Swift. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3 brings up 3rd and 8.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. New England on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chitty on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Mayfield. He's airing it out for Williams. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
34-yard line.
On the counter, this is Akers. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Now it's Swift. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Brought down back.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D, man up, D. 79 Mike 5-4. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Mustang 19. Mike 54. Mike 50.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On third down, they turn to Sanders. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down forthcoming.
Fourth down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check right. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
And they will take a knee here. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. I smell fear in that offense.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.